What's going on, guys? We have a trade recap for the Dow finally on this. We have taken 3 partial profits. So this looks a little bit different than what it probably should. This was a $302 trade before swap fees were taken into consideration, but I'm going to call it 302 for the sake of this video. That's what it's being tracked at. The 2 or the 3 entry or exits are here. So this trade was entered on the 19th. The reason why I'm doing it this way is because TradeZella right now, there's a little bit of a problem. I'm in going back and forth with them in terms of this month. It's calculating every partial profit as its own trade, which is not good because it's throwing off the win rate. It's making it way higher than it should be, and it's throwing off my average win-loss. So either way, let's just dive into this one. $302. It was these top 3 trades we had on the 19th. They were all closed out they were closed out on the 30th, the 2nd, and the 9th. So the 30th of January, 2nd of February, and the 9th is the final one today, making $302 on the trade. So if I jump back in here, you'll see that I wanted to make this just because I'm leaving in like an hour and I just want to get this out before it's too late. And then next week we'll kind of figure out, hopefully we can get everything lined back up and make sure all the trades are being counted properly and not individually when I take partial profits, but it's not a humongous deal. So we have open positions right now, which I'll talk about in a second, but the trade was entered back here as we broke out to the upside. We sat in it for about a week. It did nothing, and then it just kind of grinded higher. And my ultimate target was actually funny. It was just above this high, which then hit this morning. So that hits, it is what it is, and we're done. It took a lot longer. This is a lot slower, and in doing so, it picked up some swap fees along the way, which I want to say were maybe in the ballpark of $40-ish, which is not great. So that's that. I will be, well, let's jump over to the dashboard. We can see the current accounts now at 25.3. That's because of other positions as well. I'm locking in partial profits on Bitcoin and the NASDAQ, which I haven't locked any in there, but I've locked in some on Bitcoin. So we're at 25,350, give or take. That Dow trade is now in. That wasn't really a big deal because the equity was counting that as an open position that was in the profit anyway. But what I decided to do though on it was as I started to take some partial profits, I moved my stop loss to underneath these lows, and I kept moving my stop loss up, up, and up so I couldn't lose. And then eventually the ultimate take profit hit, and it was what it was. So if I jump in really, I was going to go to that dashboard. If I jump into currently this month, these numbers will change next week. The P&L is like fairly accurate. It's probably more like 0 or maybe even slightly red after commissions and fees, just being 100% real. But I do have open positions right now that are up nicely that I've moved stops to take, so we may be up. I don't know. Either way, the month is still early. The win rate, this is what I was saying. That number is not real because it's counting my Bitcoin partial profits as all individual winners, which there should not be. And the average win-loss is now way lower. Again, it's counting all the individual partial profits, whereas the Bitcoin trade, worst case scenario right now, should probably make me $150 or $200. And I want that to be counted as my trade because that was like, entry, you scale out. And then once you're finally out, now we have all the data. So maybe that's something that'll happen once it's all done. I don't know. I'm going back and forth. We'll confirm. That's why I don't like to make these videos when I'm taking partial profits. I want to wait till I have all the trades done because this Dow partial profit was at 120. But you can see that I took some partial profits on Bitcoin, $20, 25, 34, but those are all being counted in, which throws off the numbers. So that's the update. We're up a little bit. I'll take it. So far today, we've locked in $244. Realized. We'll see how it goes. Thanks so much for watching. This platform is TradeZella. The problem also is that I'm using MetaTrader 4. So they're kind of in like beta test. They had some problems. MetaTrader 4 had some updates. And so there's been some issues, which is probably why this is happening right now. If you have other brokers, it may be much easier. It may be more difficult depending upon your broker and your auto syncing and all that stuff. So we'll see how that goes. And I will let you guys know next week how things shake out and if we take profits on Bitcoin and the NASDAQ. Peace.